Welcome to the Kingdom Lounge with Coach Nelly, the only business podcast that is going to talk to you about creating in-demand brands, drawing in clients from every corner of the internet, and building a business that values impact and income. Now I'm going to be doing something a little different. What you're about to hear next is part of a 4-part series where I'm going to teach you how to build an in-demand brand from scratch. This could quite literally change your life. If you're listening to this, I'm going to assume you desire to build a business that pulls in 7, multi-7, or even 8 or 9 figures in revenue. You're building a brand, one that you're working towards becoming a household name in your industry. You've been given a vision so big that you've been guarding it and keeping it a secret, not trusting those around you with it. If you've identified with any of that, then you're in the right place. You're in a safe place. But before we can get there, we have to focus on the 2 most important things every business needs to focus on in order to hit those multi-7, 8, or even 9 figures. And that's going to be the people that you bring into your world, aka your leads. No matter where you find yourself on the income level spectrum in your business, you're only as good or as profitable as the quality of leads that you have. Bringing in thousands means nothing if only 10% of those actually qualify for what you offer. So instead of focusing on bringing in a certain number, we want to focus on bringing in a certain quality. So how can you make sure that the quality that you're bringing in actually qualifies? The first thing I want you to check is your messaging. I want you to start saying more of what you want to see in the type of clients that you work for. For example, if you're a nail tech and you find that you're constantly attracting people who are looking for discounts only, then when you are promoting your nail business, I want you to start saying things like, during your appointment, you get a high quality service to go along with the high quality work. Right? Something this simple, when heard over and over by new or repeating visitors who see you online, will begin to associate high quality with your work and will respect your prices as such. It's also called brand association, but it's also a part of messaging, which is teaching people how to talk about your brand. Don't let them assume or find out for themselves. Tell them. This is also where I see a lot of brands drop the ball. They're not telling their audience what to expect, what they get, or what they can find here. Instead, they post a lot of content and leave the audience to piece it together and figure it out. But what I want you to do is start telling your audience how to feel, think, move, and expect from your brand. This is a way to stand out online while everyone else is posting AI-generated content using the same photos and similar messaging. You can stand out as the one-of-one industry leader that you are. The second thing I want you to focus on is gatekeeping. Now, hold on. Let me explain. Gatekeep by asking the right questions. This will help you draw out those looking for free handouts and an unlimited supply of discounts from people who are willing to pay. Because having a free-for-all type of business is going to keep you broke, poor, and destitute. Now, I know what you could be thinking. Nelly, how is gatekeeping going to help me? Well, I'm so glad that you asked. I don't want you to think of this as being stingy or only helping the rich or whatever your inner critic might be saying right now. Instead, I need you to see this as another form of helping your audience. Asking questions and having conversations with the people in your world allow you to see where they are and whether what you offer they can even afford before you start pulling out your long text about your services and your prices to someone who's just not in the market right now. Then if they are in the market but your prices are out of budget at the moment, offering them resources or referring them to other colleagues in your industry is also another great move. That is actually a powerful move. How? Because it says that you are not desperate for money and that you are not willing to lower your prices just to make a sale. I don't care if you could really use the money. Don't do it. I'm trying to help you build a brand that creates demand. You cannot create demand if you're easily accessible, and it's a known fact that you can be easily manipulated to lower your prices for a quick sale. And let me be honest, those type of clients are usually going to be your worst. They're not going to value your time, your energy, or your resources that you put into them because you didn't force them to grow. Instead, you tricked yourself to match where they are instead of inspiring them to match where you are. And brands who create demand inspire and hold the standard for their clientele. They don't shrink and play as if they're one of many. No, I'm going to show you how to market as the one of one brand that you are. Now, the second thing every business needs to focus on is making money. So you have your quality leads, and now it's time to turn them into quality clients. Because I don't want you stuck in list building mode or filling up your DMs with inquiries but no conversions. That is not the move. So now what do? We're going to create an easy, simple, and automated way for leads to become clients who love paying for our services and who love what we do. Because once you've built a magnetic brand that attracts the right people, you need a way to actually turn those people into paying clients. Now, this is what I call the lightning speed method. This is the sales method I created to help you triple your sales and make more money than you did last month without begging, pitching, or burning yourself out trying to sell every single day. Let me be real, there are too many kingdom entrepreneurs building cute brands with broken sales systems. You don't need more followers. You need a way to turn people already watching you into clients who actually pay you. And that is where this method comes in. At the core of the lightning speed method is something I call the authority asset. This is one piece of content that you create once and it works like your digital sales rep. Now, I'm not talking about some random reel or a viral post that gets likes but no buyers. What I'm talking about is a content asset that actually tells people what you do, shows them the value, filters out the freebie hunters, and gives them a clear next step to work with you. Now, this could be a Zoom video, it could be a blog post, a private podcast episode, or even a 4-part audio series like the one you're listening to right now. The format doesn't matter, the message does. When someone hits your DMs and says, "How can I work with you?" boom, you're going to send them this asset. You're going to let the content talk, let the content qualify, and let the content sell. Because when you position yourself with clarity and authority, you don't have to beg for clients or justify your prices, because your brand will attract the ones who are ready, and this method will convert them at lightning speed. So if you've ever felt like you're getting interest but no conversions, you're tired of repeating yourself to every new lead, or you just want a simple, non-scribing way to make consistent sales, this is it. This is a part of your business that will take you from busy to booked. And this is how we build legacy with ease, clarity, and kingdom level excellence. You're going to also be able to use this content asset to generate traffic and attract people into your brand. But we're going to talk about how to do that in episode 2 of this 4-part series. Well, I'm going to see you over there. Okay, so thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Kingdom Lounge, the only Christian business podcast that is going to help you build a magnetic brand that creates demand, draws in clients from every corner of the world, while building a business that values impact and income. Well, until next time, peace.